needed. Jockey Juan Rosado right at the start. And the King Cheek on the rail goes to the lead. Golden Gully in pursuit, and Hosier's taken over to the inside by Joel Rosario into the turn, and Romp is fourth. And again, Market Cap unseated the jockey, and Rosado is sitting up there on the track in a seated position. So midway around that first turn, it's the King Cheek in front. Went the opening quarter in 24.06. The King Cheek is in control of the pace from Golden Gully in second, and Hosier is tucked in a neat spot third of the inside, just 2 lengths off the lead, and Romp is fourth now as they journey with 5 furlongs left to go. Jockey Rosado is up, and he's okay, and has walked over past the inner rail to safety. So heading into the far turn with 4.5 furlongs left to go, 47.67 was the half mile, and now there goes Hosier with a rail move by Rosario, rolling up on the inside, and there's Hosier making that move down to the inside of the King Cheek, who's going to try to have to battle back there on the outside. This gap are well clear now from Golden Gully, and Romp is fourth and got to pick it up. 3/8 of a mile left to go. Hosier and neck in front from the King Cheek as there's now a quarter to go at Pimlico, and here's Hosier. The King Cheek is a willing rival on the outside. The King Cheek, Hosier's got to work for it down to the inside and fight back for more. Romp has 5 to make up, furlong and a half left to go. The King Cheek, Hosier in a battle down to the rail. It's 5 lengths back, and Romp is in third. Hosier down to the inside, fighting under Rosario. The King Cheek, Jamie Rodriguez on the outside. They're not giving up the fight. On the outside, it's the King Cheek, Hosier, the King Cheek, Hosier, King Cheek, and it's the King Cheek from Hosier in the photo. And then Romp third. You're off. Down inside there's Speed Game, sent hard for early speed. Ocean's Map with a solid break. And the outside there's Bear Treasure, Daddy's Cozy. Also the far outside with some early foot as they soar. Tapwood up close to in between horses. So Speed Game, Tapwood get to go on. And Bear Treasure out there 3 deep around the turn run, keeping the piece right off the pace, their 4th position. And then it's Ocean's Map is in 5th. In the 2-path, the inside is Artistic Endeavor, Daddy's Cozy. Operative is the gray on the inside. A Crazy Cater, and trailing is Toe Curlin Kiss, about 15 off the pace. Opening quarter very sharp, 22.35. Speed is on with Speed Game, pressed by Tapwood. Speed Game to head in front from Tapwood second. Bear Treasure on the hot chase from third, and keeping the pieces in 4th. Ocean's Map with every chance from there, racing in 5th position as they head for the far turn run now. And it is Artistic Endeavor in between horses, and Operative getting an inside run, but got shuffled back, did Operative, and shuffled back to last position now is Artistic Endeavor, passed by Toe Curl and Kiss. Round that far turn, Tapwood, the half was very sharp, 2:45.78. Tapwood and Speed Game on the inside with third Ocean's Map, who's trying to rev up now with that run. 6 furlongs, a minute 10:10. They're into the stretch now, and it's Tapwood trying to hold, but Ocean's Map there on the outside with all the momentum going by to grab the lead. And here is Crazy Caterer, who's charging on from third, and Toe Curl and Kiss on the outside. Ocean's Map and Jose Ortiz, they're clear. They're clear by 3 at the finish. In second will be Tapwood, then Toe Curl and Kiss, and Crazy Caterer and Artistic Endeavor. And they're off of the Chick-Lang. Jackson Traveler bouncing out right on top with Mighty Mischief rushing up on the inside to challenge early. And Willie Boy's on the outside in third position, and Hemp is fourth. They're followed by Shackle Love in fifth, and Palatial Times is sixth and last with 8 to make up. And Mighty Mischief pouring on the speed out there. Leads at a length and a half from Willie Boy out of the clear. Hemp in the inside is third. Jackson Traveler back in fourth position heading into the turn. And Shackle Love now with about 5 lengths to make up in Palatial Times. 23.16 the opening 2 furlongs. Around that turn it is Mighty Mischief a half length in front from Willie Boy, and Jackson Travelers willing to come back for more now. 3 wide outside. Just in behind him is Hemp running in fourth. They're back to Shackle Love, and last is Palatial Times. They're at the top of the stretch where Mighty Mischief is the leader. Willie Boy and Jackson Traveler on the outside, and Hemp is in fourth. They turn for home after a 45.97 half mile, and Mighty Mischief keeps on fighting and keeps on going down to the inside. Jackson Traveler second. Willie Boy is back in third. Mighty Mischief in front with a 16th to go. The Chick-Lang. Jackson Traveler second to Mighty Mischief. Mighty Mischief to win a length and a half. Jackson Traveler, Hemp third. Willie Boy was fourth. And Palatial Times is fifth. in the gate race 4. And they're off. Judy Blue Eyes with a sharp break from the gate. Laraz on the inside. Here goes Rapidash Queen with that usual early speed. And Pink Pearl's the gray right there down to the inside. And Vibrancy is up close too as they sort out. Here's Judy Blue Eyes now back racing in 5th position as they charge to that first turn run. And Judy Blue Eyes eager to go on moves up 4th now as they round the turn. Double Fireball is on the outside 3 deep into the turn run. Followed by Deciding Vote, who gets a little rank there tossing the head and got steadied. And is round that turn. And Good Life Cider saving ground, and Nokomis racing back of the pack with Out of Sorts, followed by Fionn Bar, and last is Witty Banter. Last a long way, got to be 25 or 26 lengths off the pace. It's quick. 23.03 was that opening quarter mile. Rapidash Queen pushed along by Vibrancy on the outside after 45.62 half mile. Judy Blue Eyes is lurking right off them in 3rd, and Laraz on the inside 4th. Pink Pearl is in 5th. Double Fireball on the far outside is next, and Good Life Cider saving ground around that turn. Deciding Vote now a bit more settled around the turn. 3 furlongs left to go, and back to Out of Sorts, followed by Fionn Bar. Nokomis drops to the back of the pack, and Witty Banter coming to the top of the stretch, and Judy Blue Eyes and JD Acosta turning for home now. They've grabbed the lead. Vibrancy on the inside trying to stay on, and here is Judy Blue Eyes coming to the final furlong. Laraz pushing and driving into 2nd spot. Out of the center of the track is Deciding Vote with a late run into 3rd position, and Out of Sorts down to the inside. Judy Blue Eyes with a 16th left to go, holding Judy Blue Eyes, and Out of Sorts surging. Here's Out of Sorts. Out of Sorts photos and may have gotten up. Judy Blue Eyes in a thriller there, and Deciding Vote was 3rd, followed by Laraz in 4th. Tight photo either way. Moving back in. And they're off. Candygram Varmungo fires out first, going to the lead. Of the inside is John the Bear, and here's Fire Sword. Fire Sword and John the Bear out of the inside, racing 1-2 and going to the lead just right off them in 3rd position. And Sugar Daddy is now taken 4th, and Baptize the Boy on the move on the inside, only 3.5 from the front. Breaking News follows while saving ground. Candygram Varmungo on the outside. Abuelo Paps back to McCain, back of the pack with Royal Crusader in 10th around the far turn. A dozen lengths lengths, covers front to back. Fire Sword just up front, getting away from going to the lead. John the Bear down to the inside of third position. Canagram for Mongo. Sugar Daddy's in that flight between horses too. And the inside is Breaking News. Has still got 6 lengths to make up. The opening quarter was sharp, 22.82. Top of the stretch, 45.82 half mile. And it's Fire Sword going on now. Fire Sword willingly under a hand ride. One little tap. Fire Sword now puts 3-4 lengths on the field. Wide open scramble now for second. Going to the lead is hanging in very tough there. And out of the inside is Breaking News trying to forge through. A 60 left to go. Here's Fire Sword and John Velasquez. Fire Sword, Breaking News gets up second, going to the lead. And Sugar Daddy and Abuelo Paps. Lined up, ready? And they're off in the Gallery, a little bumpy near Great Island at the start. Here's Mean Mary right to the front from Flighty Lady on the inside. Will be taken back. And then is Feel Glorious outside of Earth Racing in third position. And Vigilante's Way. And Great Island is in the back of this field, only 7 lengths from the front. So a very easy pace for Mean Mary. And Luis Saez into the first turn run. They're just cantering right along. Leads it by 2 lengths from Flighty Lady in second. The outside Feel Glorious is in third position. Another 2.5. And Vigilante's Way travels in fourth as they round the turn. And Great Island last, now 7 off of Mean Mary. 25.27. Very slow opening quarter mile. Mean Mary just in front here by 2 lengths. Going easy from Flighty Lady in second. Feel Glorious in no hurry in third. And then it is Vigilante's Way. Down inside there in fourth position. Only 4 from that lead. And Great Island up against the slow pace set by Mean Mary. The half mile in 50.92, heading for the far turn, and Mean Mary is in control, and Feel Glorious trying to get closer from second. Flighty Lady is in third, and Great Island 3 deep now in that second flight, and Vigilante's Way trailing the field. 3/8 from home, and Mean Mary's just going to try to sprint home from here. And Mean Mary under a hand ride leads it by 2 lengths with a quarter to go at Pimlico. And here's Mean Mary turning in. Mean Mary 2 lengths, 3 lengths in front now. Just about a furlong and a half left to run. Mean Mary pouring it on. A scramble here with Great Island on the outside trying to close in Vigilante's Way. Mean Mary, 1/8 of a mile left to go and a 2-length lead. Vigilante's Way giving it a good run on the outside into second. But here is Mean Mary. She's back to win 3/4 of the length from Vigilante's Way. And it was Great Island and Flighty Lady. Mischief Afoot, 8-5. And they're off. Oxide, but there's Shane's Jewel flashing up there. Shane's Jewel, Oxide, and Gentleman Joe away running in third position, and McElmore Avenue down to the inside racing in fourth. Torch of Truth in between horses is fifth. Into the first turn run. Then to the outside we have Analyze Houdini, followed by Informative racing back of the pack. Silent Malice and Mischief Afoot is the last runner now, some 13 off that pace. A tempo set by Shane's Jewel and pushed along by Oxide, just ahead by to the outside. It's Shane's Jewel, Oxide outside matching strides. And third to the inside there is McElmore Avenue, is well settled, and Gentleman Joe alongside of that one in fourth. The opening quarter went in 23.72 now with 5 furlongs left to go. In between horses, Torch of Truth is racing along fifth. Informative is in sixth, and Hanalei Houdini is seventh, 3 deep within 5 or 6 of the pace. It's Silent Malice and Mischief Afoot trailing through a 47.14 half mile. Round that far turn, Shane's Jewel, Oxide still punching away 1-2. Hanalei Houdini outside, and McElmore Avenue down to the rail. They're chasing from third and fourth and getting away from the others. Informative down to the inside in fifth, and Gentleman Joe is next. The inside is Mischief Afoot, who's trying to rally from the back of the pack, but still double digits from the front. Quarter to go at Pimlico, and it's Shane's Jewel the leader. Hanalei Houdini with a wide bid of the far outside. Hanalei Houdini, the red blinkers, sweeping up out of the clear, but Shane's Jewel determined and holding on to the lead here. On the outside is Mischief Afoot. And Mischief Afoot lugging it a little bit, but coming on now to even terms with Shane's Jewel. Inside is Informative, a 16th of a mile left to go. And Mischief Afoot from last to first to win. Informative was second, and Shane's Jewel and McElmore Avenue Oxide. And they're off, and James Murphy. Kasim right on top first with Indian Lake up on the inside, and Charles Chrome on the outside showing early speed. Arzak will take back and settle about 3 or 4 lengths from the early pace. Back to TD Dance, who's over to save ground around the turn. Extra Sexy Big Daddy and Reassured trailing the field around that turn. The pace is heating up here. Charles Chrome on the outside. Down to the inside is Kasim, length and a half more. Indian Lake a bit ranked there, outside in third position off that rail. Third is Indian Lake trying to settle now. Arzak is racing racing fourth in the clear, and TD danced out of the inside, just 3.5 from the front. The opening quarter, 23.28 as they charge down the backstretch now. Reassured has about 6 to make up, tries to move for the back of the pack, and Extra Sexy Big Daddy is trailing the field as they bunch up, heading into the far turn run now. 47.61 is the half mile. Charles Chrome on the outside, Kasim down to the inside, Indian Lake right there in third position, and Arzak is in fourth. TD Dance has run there from fifth, just needs a little bit of a place to go, it appears. The TD Dance now ridden along, trying to play catch up, and here is Reassured on the outside. Extra Sexy Big Daddy trailing the field. Are at the top of the stretch now. Charles Chrome takes them in. Indian Lake there to the outside. From between horses, TD Dance finds a bit of racing room, is coming willingly to the far outside. Arzak is right there too. And so here's TD Dance, Arzak on the outside. They've collared Charles Chrome down to the rail, is trying to hang in there, and Indian Lake is fourth. It's TD Dance and Javier Castellano. TD Dance bounding away to win the Murphy. Arzak there in the photo second with Charles Chrome. Then it was Indian Lake and Extra Sexy Big Daddy. And they're all at the Run Happy ski pad. Club Car is going to be sent to the front. They're using speed for Club Car today, but Don't Let Sweet Fool You there on the outside, and Chubwagon's got early foot too. Don't Let Sweet Fool You's got that head in front from Chubwagon, and Club Car will settle now after breaking sharp. Never enough time in between horses. The outside is French Empire moving forward now into third position, and they're followed by Call on Mischief, and it's another 3 to Casual, who's in the back with 10 lengths to make up now. Don't Let Sweet Fool You leads the way into the far turn. A length and a half from French Empire, just second. Chubwagon well settled out of the inside in third. Never enough time. And back to Club Car. Call on Mischief on the outside, trying to advance about 5 off the pace, and Casual trailing the field. The opening quarter mile in 22.87. A quarter to go at Pimlico. Don't Let Sweet Fool You clicked off a half in 46.05. Heads for home with Chubwagon taking aim on the outside. Chubwagon chugging along, and now Chubwagon's rest of the lead from Don't Let Sweet Fool You. Club Car is moved into third, trying to move to second, but here is Chubwagon. Chubwagon 3 in front. Club Car trying to close the gap far outside Casual. Chubwagon does it again. Chubwagon to win it. 6 for 6, undefeated. Close second, Club Car and Casual there, and then it was Don't Let Sweet Fool Ya. Gates closed. And they're off the Jim McKay Turf Sprint. Completed pass, slow to begin. That critical way out first. Hollis on the chase and the connector. And on the outside, here's Firecrow firing up with early zip as well. Length and a half and push to start. And to the outside is So Street within 5 lengths of the lead. Completed pass, who broke last, has worked way up on the far outside there within 5 of the lead now as they charge off at the far turn. Run, grab the gold in some tight quarters. Then to the inside is Boldor, Love You Much, about 3 or 4 wide. They're followed back in the pack by Dubini and Roby's Boy. And Jammer trailing the field. They're at the top of the stretch now. And that critical way turns for home. That critical way, and on the outside here is Boldor. The outside Boldor. Firecrow to the attack. Firecrow now coming on the outside in the critical way. Firecrow, the critical way, and completed passes run a big race after breaking a step slow is third. And here's Firecrow and Joel Rosario. Firecrow at Pimlico. Firecrow in the photo with Rosario. The critical way was second, and third was completed pass, then followed by Boldor and So Street. Off of the Maryland Sprint Stakes, Strike Power sent hard for the early lead. Special Reserve has that zip too. So Special Reserve, Strike Power. Lekai runs in third to the inside. And to the outside, Lebda firing up. And in between horses two, there is War Toxin up close as they charge on for the far turn run. And then the far outside, next we have Seven Nation Army. And Threes Over Deuces is in between horses. Back to Frosted Grace out of the inside to the tail of the field. Mucho and Yodeli. Who is the trailer around that far turn, and it's Strike Power just in front, the head in front from Special Reserve. So 22.94 opening quarter mile. War Toxin is third, Lakai under urging down to the inside in fourth, and Lebda is in fifth, and it's Threes Over Deuces sixth at the top of the stretch. They make the turn in, and Special Reserve is fighting and getting away now from Strike Power after a 45.38 half mile, a gap of 3 lengths. Lakai trying to battle on there. The outside is War Toxin down to the inside, late run from Frosted Grace, but here is Special Reserve and Irad Ortiz Jr. They're clear by 3 in the Maryland Sprint Stakes. Special Reserve to win from Strike Power. Then it was Frosted Grace third and Mucho fourth, and Lakai finished fifth in a zippy 108.91. in the gate. And they're off in the dinner party. Just a beat slow for Kuramata. Some Like It Hot Brown is Flying Scotsman down to the inside, and Some Like It Hot Brown will take back second. And Talk or Listen came away running in third position, and Bye Bye Melvin is racing in fourth. And it's another two to English B. Midnight Tea Time is next, and Kuramata back in the pack with Sacred Life. It trails the field into the first turn run. So around that first turn here at Pimlico, and it's Flying Scotsman out there with a 2-length lead on Some Like It Hot Brown in second. Bye Bye Melvin on the outside of Talk or Listen. They are side by side. English B is traveling along about 6 or 7 from the front. Midnight Tea Time. Kuramata held up at the back of the pack with Sacred Life to last them all. In the back, some 9 to close in. Opening quarter, 23.78. A front-running Flying Scotsman who rolls past the half in 47.33 with Some Like It Hot Brown in pursuit with a half mile left to go. Bye Bye Melvin. Talk or Listen is in fourth. English B inside in fifth. Midnight Tea Time is next, and Kuramata still lingering back of the pack there with Sacred Life as they round the far turn. Flying Scotsman, and the heat is on from Some Like It Hot Brown on the outside. Some Like It Hot Brown ratcheting up the pressure on Flying Scotsman. And then it's Talk or Listen at Bye Bye Melvin, and followed by Midnight Tea Time. Ground saving English B. English B has cut the corner suddenly on the scene. English B sneaking through down to the inside. On the far outside, Sacred Life starts to rally, but time is running out. Sacred Life on the far outside, kicking in very late in the game. Sacred Life is coming. Some Like It Brown is holding. Sacred Life on the far outside trying to muster up a very late rally. Talk or Listen is right there. It's Some Like It Hot Brown. Talk or Listen, Midnight Tea Time, and Sacred Life is there on the outside with Bye Bye Melvin. For Preakness 146. And they're off in the Preakness. A bit slow to go is Keep Me in Mind, otherwise a good break for them all. And there goes Medina Spirit, and John Velasquez puts Medina Spirit right on the lead, and Midnight Bourbon right there alongside, and Concert Tour deep from the outside in third position, and No Hurry Early, and they're followed down inside by Crowded Trade, who's saving ground of that first turn run, and Francisco de Inez keyed up in between horses, only about 3 lengths from the lead as they roll round that first turn. Here's Ram racing on the inside, Rambauer between horses. horses as they round that turn, and Risk Taking will be 3 wide and no hurry either. And they're followed by Keep Me in Mind, second last position. Unbridled Honor is 10th and last as they move past the 6 furlong mark. The opening quarter was 23.77. A well-relaxed Medina Spirit out there, half length in front from second Midnight Bourbon. Francisco de Ina's making a bid now and has room in between horses, one off the fence. Francisco de Ina is going to try to test Medina Spirit at this point. And Midnight Bourbon is keeping up on the outside in third. Rumbauer's between horses, and Concert Tour is on the outside. Only 4 lengths from the front running Medina Spirit around the far turn. Under pressure there is Crowded Trade. As on the outside, Risk Taking has to pick up as well. They're followed by Ram. And then it's back to Keep Me in Mind and Unbridled Honor. The 6 furlongs a minute 10.97. And so with 2.5 furlongs left to go, Midnight Bourbon on the outside to Medina Spirit. Midnight Bourbon, Medina Spirit is fighting back on the inside. They're shoulder to shoulder. And on the outside, Rumbauer is ready to roll too. 3 chances, furlong and a half left to go. And here comes Rumbauer on the outside. Rumbauer's gone by Midnight Bourbon. Medina Spirit's back in third and fading. A 16th of a mile left to go. Rumbauer and Flavian Pratt, they're rolling home. Rumbauer to win by 3. Midnight Bourbon was second. Medina Spirit was followed by Keep Me in Mind, and then it was back to Crowded Trade. The time was a minute 53. And they're off in the UAE President Cup. Uptown Cruise Director going to fire out for the lead with RB Rich Like Me, and Uptown Lady Arabella right there chasing second and third. Uptown Sandy Girl races fourth as they round that first turn run. And back in between horses next is Colors in Motion as they round the turn. On the verge out there, 3 wide is in between horses. Hayabel Zaman at the rail is Belfast, who's next. Let's see, Patty's Day is racing to the back of the pack, second last position, passed by Magic Man on the inside and Quicksand on the outside, and Irides has a lot to do as they journey down the backstretch now. And so the speed out there from Uptown Cruise Director on cruise control, a 3-length lead. Uptown Lady Arabella is second, and then RB Rich Like Me now forging through in the red silks, and then on the outside is Uptown Sandy Girl, who's moved into third. Uptown Lady Arabella backs off there in fourth, and here is Patty's Day, who's still about 15 to make up, heading into the far turn. And so Uptown Cruise Director showing the way. RB Rich Like Me getting closer from the second spot. Uptown Sandy Girl is in third. And then it's Quicksand who's moving along now from fourth. And Patty's Day trying to get underway has just passed. Uptown Lady Arabella, there's 2.5 furlongs left to go. And it's Uptown Cruise Director who's made all the running. RB Rich Like Me and Quicksand with a move on the outside. Now here's Patty's Day. And Patty's Day is looking good and slipping through down to the inside as they turn far home now. It is Quicksand up at the outside, and Patty's Day slipping through down on the fence. Patty's Day forging through, driving down at the rail with 1 furlong left to go from Quicksand in second. Patty's Day, it is the amazing Patty's Day, the 10-year-old, the 30th lifetime win, and Ricardo Santana Jr. in the UAE President Cup to win. RB Rich Like Me was second, and then a close third there, Uptown Cruise Director and Quicksand, followed by Haya Balzaman.